Actually first started reading that back around when it was coming out. Like I read some of the online scans, and you know, I thought it was all right. I read I think like maybe the first 10 chapters as they were coming out, and then I stopped. Life got more busy, but also I figured I'll just wait for it to be over, then I will continue reading and finish it. So fast forward however many years it's been, and I noticed, oh, I remember that exists, and I decided to finish it. Finally go back and read the whole thing. Uh, just right off the bat, one of the things that really drew me to it in the first place was the art style. I actually really do like the art style. With the colored pages, I thought the use of color was really good. I'm pretty sure they had colored pages outside of just the covers. Maybe I'm wrong, but even if they didn't, the coloring of the covers and stuff was really cool. I love the character designs. The only complaint I have with the art itself is with the blushing. I actually don't think the blushing is very good, and this might sound really stupid or ignorant or whatever. I'm not an expert on art. I can't fucking draw. So, obviously take this with a grain of salt. But one thing that, for me, at least with shoujo and yuri alike, that always kind of makes me get into it is, the passion between the characters with the blushing. You know, a lot of character interactions are very much benefited from characters reacting to each other physically. You see their faces when they see each other and all that. And the blushing is just very de-emphasized in Bloom Into You. Uh, and I think that, for me at least, that kind of hurt some of the passion. It makes sense, given one of the main characters. I'm terrible with names, by the way. It's been a couple weeks since I've read some of these, so expect me to not remember any names, which is terrible, right? I'm talking about stories and I don't know the names, but whatever. This is very casual. This is mainly to listen to and kind of zone out to. So very casual stuff. Don't take this too seriously. But yeah. So the main character. Both main characters kind of have that problem in Bloom Into You. More so the orange-haired chick. That's how I'll refer to her. I don't remember her name anymore. I could pull it up. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not super lazy. Here, hold on. Let me. This is extremely casual. Let's see. Bloom Into You. Maybe I'll do this because, I do want to have some information be displayed here. Oh yeah, you have you, and then you have, what's... Sayaka. No, Sayaka is the best friend character. Okay, by the way, Sayaka is best character, but I'll get into that. Toko. Yeah, Toko. Okay. So you, Toko, and Sayaka. Those are the three major characters. See, I looked up the names. I'm not that lazy. Uh, yeah. So you is my least. Well, she isn't my least favorite character. I understood her whole thing of, I don't really get love, I don't really feel it, and I liked seeing her transition over time from being from somebody that is kind of indifferent to the idea of love, and she becomes, obviously more warm and loving towards Toko. I liked that. I thought that was cool. Um, Toko's character, I just thought was just really lame. She was fine at first, but when the whole plot about her sister came up, I thought that was just really stupid. Mainly because, all right, so death of a family member being a big part of a character, it makes sense. I don't think that's a bad idea in and of itself. I think just the way they overdid it, where I want to become my sister, I hate myself, or there's this one line, and this is kind of paraphrasing it, where she told you, she told you, oh, I I don't want you to love me because if you loved me, then I couldn't love you because I can't love someone that loves something I hate or something like that. And I'm like, that is just so fucking stupid. I guess maybe I'm getting a little too old, but like that kind of stuff just for me just really loses me. I did not think that was very interesting. I thought her having hidden character traits like she wanted to appear perfect in public, and and only having really you and Sayaka to be vulnerable with. I thought that was a really cool idea. And early on, again, I thought it was fairly well done, but they kind of overdid it with the whole "I want to become my sister" thing, um, and especially during the play itself. Uh, which I think it was called I Only Know You or something like that. They were really beating you over the head with the concept. Like, I get it. I know this is just for the sake of her character development that this play is happening. I get it. You know, after the climactic scene on the rooftop between you and Toko, where you is basically saying, we only know you. Like, we don't fucking know your sister. Get over it. That's not what she exactly said, but basically it was this really cool confrontation scene. And I was like, wow, that's really great. And at this point, I expected, because, obviously this is the whole idea of the play, that she just basically told us what the idea was. I'm like, okay, well, now they're just going to kind of skim over the play. No, they did the whole play. And I'm like, oh man, this is just overdoing it. We get it. We get the idea. I thought that was overdone and kind of obnoxious, to be honest. And there's a lot of scenes like that. The reason why Sayaka is my favorite character is because I mean her relationship with Toko is interesting, and honestly, she's just one of the ones that didn't have this really annoying character trait. I didn't think that Yu's whole "I can't love somebody" thing was so bad or anything like that. I more just found it a little bit overdone. Especially again near the end where she's like, I can't tell her my feelings because of this bullshit reason that she came up with of, oh, if I tell her I love her, she'll hate me. Like that whole thing just felt very contrived and like it was forcing drama. And honestly, in the scene where Sayaka gets rejected, I believe they were on the rowboat. um, I just thought, all I thought is, good for you, Sayaka. You really fucking dodged a bullet. Because that whole sister plot, like, honestly, if I was trying to go out with any woman and that shit happened, I'd be like, no way. Fuck this. Clearly you need to sort some things out, lady. Um, so that's kind of how I thought of that. The ending was. I actually did like the ending. I thought the time skip was a little, but I mean, I thought the ending was good, and it was built up over time. You obviously, he gave her that gift, the observatory globe or whatever with the stars earlier on, and looking up at the stars was a thing that happened multiple times, I think, and then so the whole ending part was pretty cool. I like that. It felt built up and all that. It's just a lot of the middle part with the drama around her sister. It was very predictable, but also just wasn't very interesting to me. The play I absolutely hated. It would have been better if they didn't show it, in my opinion. Um, you know, I don't think it's like the worst manga in the world or anything, but I honestly think it could have just been done a lot better. I wish it had been done a lot better. So yeah, that might seem a little bit not enough detail. I mean, maybe I could go into more. I just can't really think of anything else. for Blooming to You. Really, I thought it had good moments. Like I really did like the scene after the play where you realized that she was no longer really a special person to Toko, and so she kind of felt a little sad about that. I thought that was a good scene. Um, there was a lot of good moments in there. I thought again they kind of overdid the "I can't love anyone" thing. There was that male character that you interacted with who had kind of the same thing going on, and I thought they were kind of. I think they were kind of beating us over the head with some of the concepts, but overall, I didn't think it was terrible or anything. I guess I was very disappointed in it because, again, years ago, I read the first like 10 chapters or something over time, and I was expecting more out of it. Um, I certainly don't think that it deserves some of the praise it's gotten. However, people can like what they want. I don't really give a shit. It's just when I read reviews that say, "Oh, it's masterfully written," I guess don't agree with that. Um, but again, everyone has their own taste. It doesn't really fucking matter.